Hey, all you 4-Hers out there. This is Karen Booth and Garrett Hibbs, the UGA Extension, Family and Consumer Science, and Agriculture and Natural Resource Agents in Hall County, Georgia. And today we're going to be teaching you a couple of things about blueberries, including some nutrition information, food safety, and some fun ways to use them in recipes and how to plant them. So, did you know that blueberries were originally called a star berry? The bottom of the berry forms a perfect 5-pointed star, so check them out before you pop them in your mouth next time. And actually, July is National Blueberry Month. Blueberries are one of the few fruits that are native to North America, and Georgia blueberries are grown primarily in the southeast region of the state in a 12 to 15 county area around Alma and Baxley. Georgia actually ranks second in the nation in blueberry production, and the best season for harvesting blueberries is mid-April through July, so you'll be able to find them fresh in stores all around. And be sure to check for that Georgia Grown sticker before you buy them in the store. Blueberries are not only fresh, but they're also healthy. They're delicious, convenient, and a great little treat. They're easy to grab for a quick snack or a good addition to any meal. The best time to buy blueberries is May through September, so look for them next time you go to the store. Some great nutrition benefits of blueberries include that they're low in calories and fat, they're low in sodium, they're high in antioxidants, and they're a good source of vitamin C, which will help with your immune system during this time. Use some of these ideas to add blueberries to your next meal, like putting them on your bowl of your favorite cereal, stirring them into your pancake or waffle batter, putting them on top of a salad, sprinkling them on your yogurt or ice cream, adding them to your banana pudding, or just eating them like they are, popping them right into your mouth. When you're at the store selecting your blueberries, you want to look for plump and firm blueberries with a dark blue color. Blueberries do not ripen after they are picked, so you want to make sure you pick them at the peak of freshness. You want to handle your blueberries with care, storing them loosely covered in their original container or in a bowl in the refrigerator. They can last for about 10 to 14 days in the refrigerator. One fun fact is you do not want to wash your blueberries until you're ready to serve them. If you bought or picked more blueberries than you'll ever be able to eat in one sitting, or in that 10 to 14 day window, you can always freeze them. Wash and rinse them well under cold running water, and then drain them on paper towels. Let them dry completely. Put them on a single layer on a sheet pan in the freezer, and once they're frozen, place them in a Ziploc bag or freezer container for up to a year. Another way to use your blueberries is to add them to some exciting recipes. One simple recipe you can make today is a yogurt crunch parfait. You'll need 3 tablespoons of fresh or frozen blueberries, 4 ounces of your favorite flavored yogurt, and 1 tablespoon of your favorite crushed breakfast cereal. All you have to do is put your blueberries in the bottom of the cup, top them with yogurt, sprinkle them with cereal, and serve immediately. Enjoy this fun recipe as a family. And now let's turn it over to Garrett to learn more about planting and growing our own blueberries in our backyard.
Hey everybody, I'm Garrett Hibbs. Now that you've all been taught facts on blueberry nutrition, proper storage, and some recipes that you can use, I'm going to be talking about growing your own blueberries so you can use that information on something you grew right in your own backyard. Alright, to give an overview of this talk, we're going to be discussing varieties of blueberries that should be good options for planting on your property. We'll talk about when to plant and where to plant, and we'll discuss methods to follow when planting and general upkeep and maintenance. Alright, in Georgia there are 3 main types of blueberries that we grow. There are northern highbush blueberries, southern highbush blueberries, and rabbiteye blueberries. When it comes to selecting blueberries for your home garden, rabbiteye are the best choice. This type actually is native to Georgia and therefore has more tolerance to diseases and pests, and has varieties that can be produced across the state. Southern highbush blueberries are grown commercially in South Georgia, but this type can require more care than rabbiteye types, and they're very prone to attack by deer and birds because they ripen much earlier in the season. Because of this, they can be less desirable choices for your home garden. On sites located in North Georgia, northern highbush blueberries can be grown. This type often blooms later than rabbiteyes so they may be useful for areas that are more prone to freezing. Northern high bush blueberries generally do not perform well in the Piedmont and southern areas of Georgia, and this is mainly due to insufficient winter chilling and then the hot summer temperatures. For the purpose of this talk, we'll be focusing on Rabbiteye type because this is the best variety that you can grow in your backyard. One of the most important things to remember when you plant your Rabbiteye blueberries is to plant more than one variety. This is going to give your blueberries the chance to cross-pollinate, and this is going to result in a better fruit set. You'll notice in this table that's divided into 3 separate ripening categories. Choosing varieties from different ripening categories provides a broader harvest season. However, in my home garden, I grow Climax and Alapaha, and these are both early season ripening varieties, so it's really whatever you want to do. If you ever have questions on which varieties grow best in your area, don't ever be afraid to ask your local extension office. Alright, the best time to plant your blueberries is going to be fall through very early spring. This is going to give your blueberries the chance they need to properly develop roots and establish a better root system before the heat of the summer arrives. When selecting a site for your blueberries, choose a site that has exposure to the sun for at least 1/2 of the day. Blueberries will grow in shady spots, but fruit production will be poor. The longer your plants are exposed to sunlight, the better fruit production that you're going to have. And also, when choosing a site, avoid areas that are excessively wet. While watering your plants is important, plants that sit in standing water can develop root problems. When planting anything, 2 things that are always important to consider is spacing and planting depth. The spacing has to do with how far your plant is from other neighboring plants. Plants that are placed too close together often get stressed out, and this can cause a lot of problems for them later down the line. For blueberries, you want to make sure that in the row they're at least 5 to 6 feet apart, and rows are about 11 to 12 feet apart. Once you dig a hole to place your blueberry bush in, it's helpful to mix about 2 to 4 gallons, depending on the size of the hole, of wetted peat moss or milled pine bark with soil, and mix it in with the soil for each planting hole. This can provide nutrition to your plant, and it's also going to make the soil more acidic, and this is exactly what your blueberry plant likes. When it's time to place your blueberry bush into the hole you dug, be careful not to plant too deep because this can create many issues for your plant when it gets older. Try to make sure that the bottom of the stem is flush with the top of the hole that you dug. Once you plant your bush, the only thing you have to worry about now is proper maintenance. A properly maintained blueberry bush can live anywhere from 10 to 15 years, and that's going to provide you with a lot of great fruit for many years to come. And make sure to water your plants throughout the growing season when rainfall is not adequate. Watering young plants is especially important. And blueberries having enough water is essential for plant growth and important for formation of fruit buds in the fall. Don't apply any fertilizer to your blueberries until about March or April. This is after leaves emerge and new growth on your plant begins. You want to apply about 1 ounce of 10-10-10 fertilizer per plant in the first year. Weeds around your garden often compete with your plants and can steal nutrients away from your blueberry bushes. Placing no more than a 4-inch layer of mulch around the base of your blueberries using either pine bark or pine straw can be really beneficial to help get rid of these pesky weeds that often compete with your plant for nutrition. Alright, I hope this presentation has given you some useful tips that you can use to grow your own blueberries for years to come. If you ever have more questions about growing blueberries or properly storing blueberries or nutritious recipes that you can use with your blueberries, don't ever be afraid to call your local extension office.